Hi friends, it's me, Allie, your friendly neighborhood Chanel expert. Today we are kicking off a brand new series here on my channel. It's called Ask a Chanel Expert. So for those of you who don't know, I used to work for the brand. I don't work for them anymore, but over the years I have sprinkled a lot of knowledge about the brand here on my channel, and I thought, let's actually just narrow this down into one whole series where I address questions, concerns, comments about products from the brand in this one series. And then you can just go ahead and browse through the whole catalog and hopefully make you a more informed shopper. So today we're kicking off the series with skincare because skincare is the basis for beauty. Anyway, before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. If you are not in fact subscribed to my channel, you are definitely missing out. So I highly encourage you to subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, and also make sure your notification bell is set to on. That way you can be notified the next time I post another video in this series, Ask a Chanel Expert. And if you have questions, comments, concerns about products from the brand, leave them down below. Let me know what other videos you want to see in this whole series here. So to start off with, we're going with skincare. It's the basis for good beauty. Now, when it comes to Chanel, there are several axes of skincare within the brand. The basic one, the first one, the beginner level, is Hydra Beauty. So this is in the name Hydra Beauty. So Hydra, hydration. This entire line, whether it's cleansers, moisturizers, whatever, it's really going to focus on basic, quotation here, basic hydration. You're not going to get lots of bells and whistles when it comes to firmness, lifting, things like that. You really are just going to target hydration. Hydration, moisture, but you will get a little bit of glow added to your skin because skin that's really well moisturized and hydrated does have a bit of glow to it. It's not going to remove sunspots, sun damage, but it is a little bit more than just a basic moisturizer. But Hydra Beauty, that whole blue line here that's inspired by aqua, inspired by water, is for hydration. So when you're going to the counter and you're seeing the Hydra Beauty line, just think hydration. My two favorites from the Hydra Beauty line are the Hydra Beauty Camellia Water Cream. This is a moisturizer and it is phenomenal. Now this is the hydration with glow. Like, this actually does give you a boost of glow and radiance. There's something in the formulation, in the ingredient line here, that really just illuminates. It's described as an illuminating hydrating fluid. That is correct. It's very fluid, it's very runny, it's very watery. If you have super dry skin, this may not be for you, but if you have normal skin, mixed combination skin, even if you have dry skin in the summer, you would enjoy this. But it's very lightweight, it doesn't blend, it melts into the skin right away and gives you a nice radiant glow that's very natural, very beautiful. Otherwise, I would recommend the Hydra Beauty Camellia Repair Mask. This one's heavier. It almost has a bit of a waxy texture. It's much thicker than the cream I mentioned before. This is great at night for a cocooning spa experience. I wear this during the day in winter. I live in Montreal when it's like -30, wind trapped, horrifying, frozen hellscape. This is beautiful. Full face, neck, chest during the daytime. Maybe not with makeup. If you're going to wear makeup on top of this, do a very sheer coat or very sheer application, I should say. But yeah, this is beautiful. It's much thicker, much more, what's the word? Luxurious cocooning. It feels much more soothing and almost like a waxy texture. So personally, those would be my two favorites. If you're going to ask me what you should get, what you should discover from Hydra Beauty, those would be my top picks off the top of my head. Moving up, one step higher here is new. This is the #1 line from Chanel. This came out in 2022. So this is a notch above Hydra Beauty. You're still going to get like your basic hydration, but you are going into a little bit more anti-aging. So this is a new generation of holistic anti-aging beauty products, skincare, makeup, and fragrance. And at the core, we have the red camellia extract that's in the name here. And this has a revitalizing power. It targets different stages of skin's aging process. So it's going to revitalize, rejuvenate, regenerate different targets of aging process basically, and it works to prevent and correct the appearance of aging. So if you're looking for hydration but you want something a little bit more advanced and you don't want to go into the Lift or Sublimage or anything like that, this No1 is a bit more in between, so it can, you know, fix that little gap there. Now what's interesting about No1 is that there's actually in fact a lot of makeup here. We have a foundation, we have primer, and you know, they've infused a lot of skincare in the makeup line for No1 here. Now personally, I like No1. I like their makeup. I like the foundation a lot. I love the No1 Revitalizing Foundation. I think it's incredible. It's such a smooth application. It's very sheer, very lightweight. And I also really like the skin enhancer. It's like a glowy primer. It's very beautiful. However, I also really like the No1 Lip and Cheek Tint. Gorgeous. As far as just pure skincare goes, I typically skip No1. Personally, I don't know. I think for me, if I'm going to spend more money, I would rather get more results. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip right ahead and go into the Lift and the Lift Pro personally. But No1 is very popular. There is no right or wrong way to use these skincare categories. You know, even if you're 85 and you want to stick to Hydra Beauty, that's fine. No one's forcing you to go into Sublimage just because you have a certain age bracket. You know, if you like the texture, the smell, the look of a package or a category, a line of skincare, go ahead and use that. For me personally, No1 has just never really called to me. This is a revitalizing, invigorating skincare line, and there's nothing wrong with the products themselves. It's just nothing has really resonated with me personally, but I know that a lot of people do love this line here. So if you are, let's say, I don't know, in your early mid 30s and you want to get into some anti-aging skincare, but you're not sure where to start, No1 can be a great line. But like again, I said, there's no like strict age bracket here. So anyway, a lot of faffing around here. Let's go ahead and skip into what I would personally go from. If I was going to skip the No1, I would go into the Lift or Lift Pro. So Lift has existed for a very long time within Chanel, and now they came out with the Lift Pro line, I think last year or the year before. And Lift and Lift Pro are really, they're sisters, not twins. So Lift is going to work on lifting, firming, and smoothing your face, your contours of the face as well. And Lift Pro is a bit more concentrated in the active ingredients. We also have new tools. We have the gua sha you can use at home to do a manual massage to, you know, enhance the contour and make sure to preserve the contour as well. But if you like one, you would like the other. For the Lift Pro, I love the Lift Pro Uniformity Mask because when it comes to anti-aging skincare, it is really difficult to find if you have oily skin. I don't have oily skin, but a lot of people do. If you have oily skin out there and you're looking for anti-aging skincare products, you know how hard it is. Usually they're very rich, very buttery, and very heavy. The Lift Pro Uniformity Mask is a gel. And this is such a gorgeous gel. It gives you an instant tightness feeling. You know, Lift Pro, it's all about that tight feeling, not like astringent, like your skin is dry, but it's about lifting, firming, making sure everything is fighting against gravity, basically. And this mask is gorgeous. It corrects, it unifies, it helps redefine the contours, and it really just evens out the complexion as well. It helps with little imperfections. I know it's not going to, it's funny, it's not necessarily meant for blemishes, but it works a little bit. And the texture is sublime. It feels wonderful. And yeah, if you have oily skin, if you live in very hot climate, this is a mask for you. And I do think that it actually does work to correct, redefine, even skin. And it's just a really beautiful anti-aging skincare mask. I would say apply a full face, neck, and chest. Put some on the back of your hands if you want to as well. You can do like a 10-minute mask and then rinse it off, or go to bed with it. I almost always go to bed because I want to make sure I get my money's worth personally. So this is gorgeous. Next up from the Lift Pro is their Volume Cream. This is a moisturizer. You can use it day and night. And this actually works for, adding volume to the face. It's again going to correct, redefine, but plump. It's all about, gonfler, to plump up the skin a bit, just to give you a bit more definition and just smooth everything out, because once it's plump, the wrinkles and the fine lines disappear because everything is nice and plump. And this is a wonderful moisturizer. It's rich without being too heavy, without feeling greasy or too heavy. It's just a really wonderful moisturizer. And if you're preoccupied with lines and wrinkles, this is a wonderful moisturizer to get. In the classic Lift line, here we have the Lift Serum. Now, a little caveat, the Lift Serum does have alcohol in the ingredient list. Unfortunately, there are quite a few skincare items from Chanel that have alcohol in them. Just look at the ingredient list. Personally, if I use items with alcohol, I get little red splotches. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even notice it, but if you have any sort of proclivity towards rosacea or redness or sensitivity, make sure there's no alcohol in it. Just a little note there. However, that being said, the Lift Serum, listen, when I worked for the brand, we could not keep this in stock. At the time, it came in it still comes in 2 sizes. I think it's a 50 and 30 ml. We literally could not keep this in stock. It was just constantly being sold out because it's a serum that smooths, firms, and lifts, but it's pretty instant. Like it has a little bit of tightness, but not a lot. Not sticky, not gross, nothing annoying, but it just, when you apply it, you instantly feel the lifting effect when you apply it. So this was something we could not keep in stock ever. And so that's why I'm mentioning it here, because for me, I don't use it because it gives me little red spots, but a lot of people love it. And it's one of those items that's always sold out. It has the botanical alfalfa concentrate, which is Chanel's version of a retinol. So it's going to help with regeneration, and that's where you get a lot of good benefits from your skincare. And so there's also a vitamin C antioxidant complex in there. Listen, a lot of you watching probably have used it or are constantly using it, so feel free to sound off in the comments down below. And one thing to note as well about the Lift is the moisturizers you get, you can actually choose the different textures. You have the rich cream for dry skin, but also the fine cream. And again, the fine cream was something we could never keep in stock because, like I stated, a lot of anti-aging products are made for super dry, dehydrated skin, and the fine texture is like a gel moisturizer. So you get the lifting, firming, anti-aging benefits, but for oily skin. So the fine texture was really nice. I also have to mention the Le Lift Crème de Nuit, the night cream for the Lift. So you can use this exclusively at night, which I did. This was gorgeous, like so cocooning, so buttery, but not heavy, not greasy, just sort of melts into the skin right away, but just feels rich and very nourishing and very reparative and plumping and moisturizing. Like when you wake up in the morning, you still have a little bit of glow on your skin. Like you never wake up with dry skin in the morning. You wake up and everything looks nice and plump and hydrated and moisturized. So their night cream in the Lift line is definitely something to look into. All right, moving on to the heavy hitter, the Sublimage. So Sublimage is the summum. This is the top of the top as far as global anti-aging goes. We've talked about lifting and firming and regenerating, blah, blah, blah. Sublimage is going to do all of that and also repair more, going to give you more glow, more reparative, restorative properties. It's, it's really for someone who wants everything. You don't just want some lift. You don't just want, revitalization. You want everything combined in one jar, one bottle. This is the Sublimage skincare line here. The main ingredient in Sublimage is the vanilla planifolia. So this is where you get your regenerative properties, your restorative properties, your boost of glow, your plumping, your hydrating, your all day type of glow and beautifying effect to the skin here. And there's a lot to this line here. It's a very complete line. This one also has makeup. There's a concealer, which I'm wearing today. And I have to say, unfortunately for you, it is actually the best concealer I've ever tried. And I've tried a lot of makeup in my years, but the Sublimage concealer is the best concealer I've ever tried. It is incredibly moisturizing and hydrating. It does not crease at all. There are 0 creases here because once you apply it, once you blend it out, that's it. You never have to check it. You never have to go like this. You blend it and you forget it. It is perfect. It stays in place all day. It is incredibly long wearing. It offers a really nice level of coverage, but it never looks heavy. It never looks thick. It never looks like makeup, but it just covers a lot. It brightens instantly. It plumps. It does everything. So yeah, but also it's really expensive, but it's worth it. There are also 2 foundations you can get in the Sublimage skincare line, like infused with Sublimage skincare, both of which I really like. The first one was the Sublimage Latte. This comes in a jar, and this is a cream moisturizer. It has like a thick gel texture, but it's pretty sheer in application, and it gives you a really gorgeous glow. If you have dry, dehydrated, mature skin, if you live in very arid, dry climate, this is for you. It's going to give you a very natural glow, very natural finish, but it's very nice. But the Sublimage l'Essence de Teint, this one comes in a more classic foundation formula. It's a very watery serum-like texture. It's infused with Sublimage skincare. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's very expensive, but it's really nice. It gives you like a soft velvet finish. It's very natural. If you're at the level where all of your skincare includes like anti-aging properties, I would suggest looking into makeup that also has that incorporated inside. Just my opinion. My top picks from Sublimage, there are a few actually. So there's the Sublimage Huile en Gel. This is a makeup remover. It's a gel, or it's a oil makeup remover. So you apply it dry onto the skin. It melts the makeup, then you add a few drops of water and it cleanses your face. I don't know what kind of witchcraft they added to this, but I swear when you wash your face with this, it almost looks like you have a self-tan glow. Like there's some sort of magic potion in here that leaves you radiant. It looks like you just came off the beach, but you just washed your face. So it's really expensive, but it's really, really beautiful. Now a couple other items here. There is this here, it's the Sublimage L'Extrait. This is the Intensive Repair Oil Concentrate. So this here, the Repair Oil Concentrate, it's not something you use every day forever. You use it after massive weight loss, after illness, after a long period of stress, or like after a period where you just really need to repair and restore your skin. And it works. It's very expensive. You use this almost like, in French it's called a cure. I think it's almost like, not quite detox, but it's like a short stint. You don't use this forever. You just use it morning and night for like 6 months, and then that's it. It is intensely reparative and restorative. The texture is this rich oil. It feels gorgeous on the skin. It feels super nice and luxurious, but it doesn't feel oily. It doesn't feel heavy or greasy. It's lovely. I don't know what else to say. You know, it really feels like this comprehensive, rejuvenating experience when you apply it. And I like the fact that you don't have to buy this forever. You buy this for a short period of time. You use it for its intended use, and then you move on with your life. Another item here I would recommend from Sublimage, actually there's 2. There's the eye cream from Sublimage. Now I skipped eye cream from Lift because, I mean, the Lift eye cream is good. It's going to lift, you know, and blur a little bit of fine lines. But in my opinion, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on an eye cream, I would just skip ahead to Sublimage, in my opinion, because Sublimage is going to regenerate dark, it's going to help with dark circles, it's going to help with fine lines and wrinkles. Personally, I would just go ahead and skip to Sublimage. Also, this one here comes with a little massage tool to give you a beautiful little massage morning and night. But the one item here I would recommend the most, I think, after the reparative oil is the Balm from Sublimage. This is the regenerative and protective balm. So you can use this at night or a sheer layer in the daytime, depending on what you want. I like to do it at night and get my money's worth. I'm not washing it off. But this is a intensely moisturizing, restorative balm for face, neck, and chest. It's very comforting, it's very restorative. It helps your skin look more plump, more juicy, more youthful. It also helps it look and feel softer as well. So if you like the look of like plump, healthy, juicy skin that's really soft, might I recommend the balm here. It's really nice and a little bit goes a long way. You can use this nightly. You could use it as your night cream in winter if you wanted to, or you could use this after you exfoliate. It's really up to you, but it's a really great item here. Now we have a couple little side pieces here. So we have the Le Blanc skincare line. Now, if you have sunspots, melasma, sun damage, there's nothing you're going to buy from a department store that's going to help you completely, to be honest. Those things need to be treated by a dermatologist, by a plastic surgeon. It's almost October, which means it's almost IPL season for like lasers for sun damage. Le Blanc, it's good for brightening, illuminating, but it is not going to get rid of sun damage. It's not, I'm telling you right now for free. So don't waste your money if you have melasma buying this. If you want to just boost glow, like if you just want to have more glow, more radiance, more luminosity, Le Blanc is fine. That's fine, but be careful what you buy here. So there are a couple items. First of all, the Brightening Essence Lotion is gorgeous. It's an essence toner. It's a little bit invigorating, but it feels refreshing, it feels hydrating, and if you're trying to enhance your glow, your luminosity, this is a great toner to get. I highly recommend it. There's also the Le Blanc Rosy Light Drops, which is makeup. This is a makeup highlighter. It's like a liquid highlighter slash primer. It has a milky pink pearlescent glow to it. It's very pretty. I love it. I use it all the time, mostly in springtime. What else? There's also the foam cleanser. Now, if you purchase a foam cleanser from Chanel, believe it or not, you may actually get your money's worth because their foam cleansers last several months, like almost over a year. You use so little, you use like a little pea-sized amount, and it foams and lathers and cleanses the whole face. So the foam cleanser, definitely worth getting. And I also really like the Le Blanc Healthy Light Oil. This is a facial oil. It's like a dry oil. It feels oily, but then you massage it and it just, dries right away. Is it going to get rid of sun damage? Of course not. But if you want to add glow, like some people use it specifically under the eye. Let's say you just have like perpetually crepey under eye. You could use just like a little bit on your fingertips to warm it up and then apply it. You could apply it first and then apply a concealer, or let's say you have concealer and your crepey under eye has one. You could take a little bit of this oil and just dab it here just to refresh it. That works really well. What else? So there's also a line called Boy. This is literally just marketing. Regardless of your gender, use whatever skincare you want. Boy is specifically marketed for men. It's just moisturizer. It really doesn't matter. Now, there are a lot of other random pieces here for Chanel skincare. We have a lot of other cleansers. We have toners. We have the number 10 solution. Those are just items a la carte. Those are just like, you can just pick whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. I really wanted to go over the different categories of skincare and talk about my favorites and the ones that I think you should splurge on. But the rest are just sort of pick and mix. Like like they're not going to fix any grand problems. Like the hand creams are nice. but they're for anyone, you know, it's not for anything in particular. And, you know, when we have the makeup removers, the cleansers, we have micellar waters, micellar? Yes, that's the word here. Facial oils, those are for anyone, you know, they're not specifically for different skincare lines. In general, if anything is pink, like we have this mousse cleanser here that's pink, if it's pink, it's for sensitive skin. That's just right off the bat why it's there. I don't know why, that's just the color marketing. If it's blue, it tends to be more for dry skin. So if you're looking at the mousse cleanser that's blue, it's a bit more for dry skin. There's also like a makeup remover. It's for anyone, like the dual phase eye makeup remover. It's for anyone. Those types of things. Anyway, I think that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I think I talked a lot here today. I hope I wasn't bombarding you too much, but let me know in the comments what you think of this new series. Let me know what you want to see next so I can go ahead and get that ready for you. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope I helped you make more informed decisions next time you go shopping in person or online. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.